back, everybody, to Net Talk 757, your one-stop shop for volleyball in the Hampton Roads area. And today, we are excited to be on the campus of Norfolk State University talking about a little bit of sports injury and sports athletic training. And I'm with one of my favorite trainers of all time, Nicole, and she's one of our top trainers here at Norfolk State University. And she's going to discuss a few sports injuries that occur with volleyball players, as well as maybe how she deals with some of the injuries and what her common day would be like. So, we're excited to be with her, and thank you for giving us some time, and the fans of Net Talk 757 time, and your expertise and all that kind of stuff. So
you've liked our page, right?
And she loves our page.
I love it.
On
yeah,
Facebook,
she loves our page. She checks it every day.
Every day.
She's a big fan, and so we're excited to have her as one of our next speakers. So anyway, before we get started into all the injuries that occur and whatever, I know there are a lot of athletes that really enjoy maybe the idea of someday getting into sports medicine or getting into athletic training or getting into PT or something like that. So I think it would be beneficial to all you guys out there if Nicole takes about 2 or 3 minutes here and just discuss how she got into it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give it over to you and let us know your background and how you got interested in it and what you did.
Okay. I did my undergraduate work at Lock Haven University. From there, I got my master's at Shippensburg University, so that was an additional 2 years. I decided to get my master's in general psychology because further down the road, kind of thinking more getting into sports psychology for a PhD. I got involved in athletic training. When I was an athlete in high school, I played multiple sports. I played softball, I played volleyball, played 2 years of basketball, then realized basketball wasn't my thing. So I decided to pursue those sports. One day in high school, we had a college mini fair, and we were going around, and I came upon Lock Haven University, and they said, well, what are some things you like to do? Well, I like to be involved in sports. I like helping people. Well, have you ever thought of being an athletic trainer? And I kind of looked dumbfounded because I was like, athletic trainer? Don't know what that is. So they explained it, how pretty much they help prevent, evaluate injuries, do rehab of injuries. So from there I got interested, applied at Lock Haven University, was able to be accepted into the program, and went from there. And from day one, pretty much loved it and enjoyed what I was doing. In order to become an athletic trainer, now it's totally different from a personal trainer. We are not personal trainers. So we are actually go to school to evaluate injuries, to prevent injuries, also to rehab injuries, and trying to do everything we can do for an athlete to get them safely back on the court.
How much schooling is involved with?
So you have to go to a 4-year approved governing athletic training school.
Okay.
Back in the day, you were able to do internships for it, but they cut that out.
Okay.
So it actually has to be approved through our KD governing entity, I guess you can say. So you gotta make sure if you want to go athletic training that you find a 4-year program that's KD approved, and that after 4 years you get to sit for your board of certification test. So you must pass a certification test and be able to become a certified athletic trainer. After that, depending on what state you go to, there's other credentials you have to get. I used to be an athletic trainer in Pennsylvania. At the time, you just had to kind of be certified through the state, but now it requires licensure. Virginia requires licensure. So on top of being certified, you must send a whole bunch of paperwork in. They review you, they make sure you're legit, everything is up to date, and then they give you a licensure to be able to practice athletic training. And that's really important. For individuals that kind of don't know, you can always go to a 4-year school, but I would go more into the medical field. And then always from there, you can go to a Master Entries Athletic Training program, and then after 2 years, be able to sit for a certification test.
So it is some definite schooling.
Yes.
You got to be able to do well on tests.
Yes.
And I noticed whenever I looked up all your stuff, because I don't know a whole lot about athletic training, right? I just send you kids when they get hurt, right? And you fix them for me, right? But you have your name, and then you have this MS, and you have this ATC behind your name. What's all that?
So MS is just for masters. For my master's
Okay.
of science degree in
Okay.
psychology, and then ATC is the certified athletic trainer.
Okay.
So.
Good. And what on a daily basis? What's your schedule like? How much time is put in? And
It's pretty. I mean, depending on working at Norfolk State, it's kind of nice because we do split a lot of time with my other coworkers. But pretty much on a full day, I would come in, do the main athletic training room duties. So come in from 9:30 to 11:30, evaluate, treat, rehab any of the sports that come in that need to be, again, rehab or be. And then when I'm in season with you guys, it just dictates when practice is. So I always make sure I get there an hour before practice. So usually an hour before practice is all pre-practice stuff, taping, stretching, maybe some modality use like stim, depending on the day. And then staying at practice forever, how long practice goes. Usually at practice goes 3 hours.
Right.
So after practice, then during practice, again, I'm there to evaluate in case, medical emergencies or acute injuries or chronic injuries, and communication with you guys.
Right,
and then usually practice ends, and then it's a lot of post-practice stuff. So that can last, if it's a good day and nobody's really hurting, you can maybe get out there half an hour. Some days a little longer if you have to take care of
So it's a long
injuries.
day, and you travel with us.
Yes.
So, you're on the road a good bit, but you have a good relationship with the student athletes. Probably better than the coaching staff most of the time, because you're probably with them more than we are, to be honest.
Yes.
And, you have a good relationship with the coaches, and you know everyone on campus, and so that's the nice part of it too. Now, how many people are on staff at Norfolk State?
Norfolk State. Right now we have 3 full-time athletic trainers. So it's myself, my coworker, she's a head assistant athletic trainer, and then Megan is our head athletic trainer. And then we have 4 graduate assistants that work with us.
So 7 people
So
altogether,
7.
splitting up some
Yes.
duties here and there.
Yes.
Good. And this is, how many years have you been at Norfolk State?
This will be going on my 5th year in July.
Okay, very good. Well, when we come back, Nicole is going to explain a little bit about, the injuries that she sees more common with volleyball players, and maybe how to try to keep from those injuries happening. So stick with us, and we'll be right back. Net Talk 757.
Okay, so is it just me, or
Yes.
did you say Shippensburg?
Yes.
Where'd you go to college?
Shippensburg.
Isn't that crazy? Are you a Steelers fan?
Yes.
What?
She should be.
Interview terminated.
Hey.
Sorry. How can you not be a Steelers fan? What are you, an Eagles fan? What?
Terrible, isn't it?